Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. And peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. To the hopeful elect out there, shalom. Mr. Brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And it's going to be a quick lesson, as we see what's unfolding with these wayward Israelite camps who are definitely walking after the flesh and not after the spirit. And, and they're pulling this whole, we're going to pull up, this whole pull up boy, this whole, carnal so-called round two, which they are planning to do out there in Chicago, is that, a lot of these guys are just not in the spirit, man. They're warring after the flesh. And like we've been saying for the last couple of weeks, man, hey, the Lord is setting up many examples, man. All right. And those of you, Akim, that are, looking at things in the spirit and not in the flesh, there's a lot we can learn from these different examples. The Lord is setting these examples of what not to be like, man. Like we've been saying, the Lord didn't set us up to be tough guys, to be gangster prophets, to be bully prophets, to be out here trying to exact revenge on our so-called enemies, where the scriptures tell you that we were going to be violated, that we were going to be disrespected, that we was going to be looked at of the offscouring and the scum of the earth, man. All right. So it's not for us to try to, step out, carnally and trying to, press our position and show our strength and come out in here with great numbers as if that's going to do anything, man. All right. Scriptures, Lord simply said, I send you out as sheep amidst wolves, man. And all these guys, these different nations, even 2/3 of our own people who are not in this truth, anybody that's coming up against the men of the Lord, they're all wolves, man. All right. The Lord set us up to be sheep, man, to come out here and to prophesy, to walk out here in faith, not to, bogart our way and to earn respect and to go out here and, flex and, try to, exact some type of vengeance on anybody, man. We're just supposed to come out here and be in the spirit and prophesy and preach and gather the elect, man. All right. We're going to wait on Yahweh Shai to come back and to, give us the green light to do what we got to do at that particular time. But as of right now, man, hey, we're prophets. We're not tough guys. We're not gangsters. We're not muscle men. We're not, none of these, out here to try to show, how powerful we are and what type of strength we have, man. All right. The strength is in the gospel. The strength is in prophesying. All right. The weapons that we possess are, not in a carnal sense, but through this word, man. It's sharper than any two-edged sword. You see? But when you got these guys coming up some other way, they totally avoid and neglect those type of scriptures, and they try to act as if, that you're being weak, that you're being a coward, that you're being a pussy if you're, taking the stance of, being, a sheep. We're not looking to, exact our vengeance or show how strong we are, or to go out here and be some goddamn regulators and throw blows and do this and do that. See, these carnal jakes look at that as being weak, you see, but Yahweh Shai exhibited those same qualities, which shows you that these guys are not in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. They're in the spirit of the world. They're in the spirit of these zealots. And the Lord is going to make an example out of these guys, man. And we've been giving you sound counsel and showing you that, look, you're going about this the wrong way. You have no business going out there or trying to go out in the midst of a protest that really has nothing to do with what the Lord has set us up to do. All right. Let those heathens fight amongst one another and let them do whatever they're going to do. We have to do whatever we have to do, which is to go out here and to prophesy, be in the spirit and gather the elect, man. All right. But get these few precepts, man. But like I said, hey, the Lord, is making it. The Lord is making a lot of examples, man, and we're going to see, what's going to happen when those guys go out there. Lord willing, nothing happens to them. But hey, If it's the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and these guys don't want to take heed, then hey, the Lord is going to make an example. The Lord could bring judgment this time. He might not be so merciful and allow you to just walk out of there, without any serious, you know, um, judgment coming upon you. But, hey, we'll wait and see. But for the spiritual minded individuals, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. You see? And what's warring after the flesh? Trying to get your lick back, trying to go out there in numbers, trying to go out there and, carnally trying to establish your strength and trying to go out there and to, you know, act like you're going to go out there and, go out there and preach and prophesy as if those Palestinians are going to listen, like they're going to bow down, like they're going to admit the error of their ways and submit themselves unto you. They're not going to do that, man. All right. If they do happen to be out there, hey, they're going to be looking for all the smoke, just like you said, you looking for the smoke, So that's not what we were set up to do, man. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, man. That's the weapons of our warfare. Is this truth, this Bible, prophecy, letting these nations know what our Lord and Savior is coming back to do, standing upon the fact that we're the true biblical Israelites, the Most High's chosen people, all right, and that we're being raised up and we're about to receive salvation and the kingdom and rulership and dominion over all of these different heathen nations, and to call out all the lies and the bullshit of this damn devil Esau, man. That's our weapons. That's what we are supposed to be, mighty and strong and, flexing on, is this truth, man. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You see, not being carnal and not trying to physically come out here and war and fight and, take up arms against any of these heathens, man. All right. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. See? And that's how we get the upper hand. That's how we get the victory over these heathens. That's how we get the victory over these Palestinians and these Muslims, is through the prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And, the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding, being able to cut their Quran, being able to cut whatever type of, nonsense they might come, with their heathenistic practices, man. You see, that's how that's the battle that we're fighting, man. It's not a carnal battle. All right. And if you was warring after the flesh, any general or any person that's military minded, they pick their battles very strategically. You would know whether to go out there on the front lines or whether to engage somebody in a war that you're outnumbered in and you're not particularly, going to gain anything out of it. That's what somebody who has sense, that's what somebody who's militarily sound would do. You wouldn't go out there and put yourself in harm's way, 10 to 20 to 5,000, man, especially in a situation and in a so-called war, in a battle that really is not going to benefit you at all. You're really just setting yourself up to be destroyed. And now you're setting everybody else up to be assaulted or to be, wrongfully accused of doing something that, like the other members of the body, other camps who had nothing to do with that. Now you're giving these Palestinians a reason to look at us as if we're part of the same group and we're coming out in the same spirit that you guys were in, man. And that's not how we get down here at Great Millstone. But of course, we know they're going to stroke us all with the same brush. Now you're putting a target on men who had nothing to do with that. Lord, of course, the Lord is not going to allow, us here at Great Millstone to, go out like that. But it's just the fact that you're not thinking, you talking about your brother and brothers this and we brothers. Well, you wasn't thinking about the brotherhood, man. You wasn't thinking about these other Israelite groups who might be out there preaching, but might be assaulted and, ran up on because of your stupid actions, man. You see? Now you're causing, a situation in a war that we should have never even been involved in, man. But because of your actions, you're gonna cause, more, strife and more BS to come upon, those of us who had nothing to do with it, man. So you're definitely not moving in the spirit, man. You're warring after the flesh. All right. And this is Ephesians chapter 6, verse I'll start at verse 6. Verse 10 says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, and put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." You see, and you guys, when you went out there, that Wi-Fi group, you didn't have on the whole armor of the Most High. And this armor is a spiritual armor. It's not a physical armor, man. All right. And you guys didn't have that spiritual armor on. So therefore, you got that whole shit that happened out there was a trick in the wiles of the devil, and you fell into it, and you failed, man. And you caused the ministry to be blamed, and now you cause us to get involved in a war that we didn't have to get into something that we had no horse in that race, man. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. We weren't set up to physically go out there and fight all these heathen nations. Then you niggas always want to put, well, King David did that. Well, guess what? King David was fighting the actual physical war. He was fighting to establish the throne and the sovereignty of the nation of Israel at that time. Now we're out here spiritually. We're in a spiritual war out here, man. It's not a physical carnal war that you guys are trying to make it. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." You see? "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High." So that's what we should be equipped with. That's the armor that we are supposed to have in these last days, man. It's this spiritual armor, man, which is ultimately this full 100% truth. And subtlety and wisdom and knowledge and how to operate and how to move, what we should do, what we shouldn't do. Moving out here with sound counsel. But a lot of you Israelite groups, you don't have sound counsel because you don't have a real true leadership. You got a bunch of carnal, young novices, man. All right, who think that this is a more of a carnal thing more than a spiritual thing, man. And that's why you guys lose the spiritual battle every time. You lose the spiritual wars, man, because you're not walking in the spirit, but you're in the flesh, man. You see? And you guys make me sick. You guys are cowards. You guys shut the fuck up, man. You're the coward, man. All right? Because because you're just not spiritual, man. Y'all could have easily had not even been in that situation from Jump Street. But like we said, a lot of you guys are clout chasers. A lot of you guys want views. A lot of you guys want attention. And guess what? Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to give you guys the attention and all the smoke that you niggas is asking for, man. But be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. And like we said, in these last days, a lot of judgment going out, and the Lord is making a lot of example out of you guys. So you guys better tighten up and smarten up, man. All right, we're not out here to be tough guys. We're not out here to fight a physical battle. We're out here to fight a spiritual war and to be spiritual men and to be in the spirit, man. Not carnal, not pulling up, not trying to exact vengeance, not trying to lure other men into your bullshit, which could get guys put in situations that they may not walk out of, man. You see, all we gotta do is just preach this word, man, that the Lord commanded us to do, and everything else is going to fall into place. So if you want to be rah-rah, you want to be tough guys, hey, good luck, man, because you're not moving in the spirit, you're walking in the flesh. And the scriptures say, if you're walking in the flesh, then you're at enmity with the Most High, man. All right, and you're giving the truth a black eye. You're coming up some other way, and the Lord's not going to be very pleased with that, man. So you better take heed. You better sit your asses down somewhere and fall back, man. But as we know, you guys are proud. You're full of pride and envy, and you're puffed up. So we know you're not going to take heed. So, hey, the blood is off of our hands, man. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, you guys take heed and just do what you were commanded to do, man. Stay spiritual. Just preach the word and do what we were supposed to do, man. So with that, shalom.